We had an investigator named Sheila, and in fact, she's the first investigator I ever taught. It was my first full day in the field. We went to Sheila's house, and and she was just spiritually receptive. And I just remember uh, teaching her, and we were talking about the restoration of the gospel, um, and she was having some difficulties with a number of different things, and we promised her that if she came to church, she'd feel the Holy Ghost, and she'd feel God's love, and so she came, and as she started gaining momentum in her testimony of the gospel and of God, and that He was really there for her, she really started to try and do some more things to have that more in her life. And so she started reading the Book of Mormon. Well, one morning we came over, and she was just, we woke her up knocking on the door late that afternoon, and she told us she'd been up all night reading the Book of Mormon. She couldn't put it down. And we just said, wow, well, what'd you like? And she's telling us these scriptures from everywhere about just sort of the peace that God can give her and us. And so she read it all that night, and it was, I mean, an amazing feat. And she had some issues smoking, and so she had difficulty overcoming that right away. Well, about a year later, I got a letter from her saying that she was going to be baptized in a couple weeks, and so she invited me to come to the baptism, and we went back, and she'd finally been able to quit smoking, and you know, it's interesting to see the testimony develop, but just having difficulty overcoming that smoking addiction, she had to wait and wait and wait, and she tried, and she was discouraged because, you know, she wasn't able to do it at first, and then that took a little more time, and so, but finally things came around, and she was able to quit, and we went back for the baptism, and she was just so strong in her feelings of God and what He had done for her. He helped her quit smoking, and He brought peace to her life. She had a lot of difficult things she had to deal with, and a difficult family situation and things like that. But she always felt good when she was praying and reading, and she knew that God loved her. And so when she was baptized, she immediately was just this strong member, and was just a real inspiration for everyone around her. And so it's just kind of cool, though, that she took all night to read the Book of Mormon, and was just so inspired by it that she just couldn't stop reading until she just fell asleep and just passed out on the couch. And so we were really proud of her when she did that.